Hey, what's up? The disciple Marshall Occurrence Rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-America all day, and everybody with him, yeah. So this video is going to be about basically it's stuff that you can do that can make people hate you and treat you with racism. Yeah, black people, you need to know this. You need to know this because you walk around acting like there's nothing you're doing that is bringing on hate and racism. Oh, it's something you're doing all right. I can give you plenty examples. And what I'm gonna start with is the robberies, robbing white people, home invasions of white people, all the crimes that you do against the white community. Now, in a perfect world, these people you could say, well, these people should forgive and know that everybody's not like those people that robbed you. But that's in a perfect world. Most human beings don't have that discipline to say, well, I know it was them, certain people, and I'm not just going to I'm not going to label everybody as bad people. In a perfect world, that would be the case. In the real world, when you do that, you're every bad name in the book. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you. Because you would do the same thing if white people did that to you. Some white guys robbed your mama. I'm talking about your mama. At gunpoint, robbed her, everything. You gonna look at you ain't gonna like white people for a long time. And you lying if you said that you would. You lying. You lying. You gonna have a problem, you gonna have smoke with white people for probably about 10 years, bruh. I'm talking about real human beings. I'm not talking about all the right answers that these we are the world people that never seem to get the we are the world environment. I'm not talking like they talking, because they talking and nothing manifesting according to the world that they envision. I'm talking in the real world. When somebody if a white man robs, or white people rob somebody black mother, it's smoke, bruh. Period. Yeah. So vice versa. A lot of times, black people have been robbing white people. White people for money, white people for this, white people for that, even raping white women. A lot of black men, you better go look and check these stories. They have been raping black women. Raping black women, men have been raping white women. And what do you think the parents, the children of those parents, the children of those victims, what do you think they're gonna do? They sit home on their laptop. Their mom is just some nice librarian. She's some nice librarian. And she just has a simple routine. And she just caught the eye of this black guy. And she has a simple life. He rapes her. Her life is destroyed. Now she don't want to go nowhere. And how do you think she should feel about black people? How do you think so? Oh, she should just forgive. I know, it's convenient for you to say that. But in the real world, this woman that has no relationships with black people, what impression you think this is going to leave on this woman? On her real heart, on her real mind, on her real soul. She's only seen stereotypes through TV and media outlets, in the news, and then she gets raped by a black guy. What you think she gonna act like? What you think her children gonna act like? And this is where the hate comes from. You think it's always just the color of your skin, but you're not looking at those people all across the country that have been victims of black crime. Okay, I know. You don't think it's real? You don't think it's that serious, do you? You don't think it's that serious, huh? Go look at black crimes robbing white people. Crimes on white people from black people. Go look it up. Go do it. I mean, it's right there. The internet does all the searching for you. You don't got to go to no library. It's all right there. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. And take you, what, 20 minutes? You can see just a basic situation, how black people do perform crimes on white people. And what is those, and what you think that produces? Love? Understanding? Now here's my thing. I don't agree with racism, but I understand some racism. It's a difference. It's the difference between understanding the reason why some people are racist and agreeing with it. I don't agree with it, but I understand the reasons. I understand the reasons. Because see, what white people like to do, progressive white America, they act like black people can't do no wrong. Like y'all, they little pets. Yeah, no. That's my friends. They treat you like the progressive white America treat you like they little pets. You don't even know it. Protecting you from everybody, but they can't protect you when you're doing wrong. They can't protect you when you're doing crimes. They can't protect you when you're doing crimes against white people, and then you want them to go voucher for how to other white people for how they should love black people. After they are the victim of a crime at the hands of a black person. All these ratchet girls going into these stores, stealing and everything. How you think these white women that work behind the counters feel? Like they just love black people. You gotta think, man. I mean, because it's a fact that black crime is up all across the country, and white people are sometimes the victims, a lot of times, and other times they're seeing it. They're seeing black people do crazy stuff. And then you expect them to love you. You expect them. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Look, are we gonna be fake or real? Because everybody say being a buck, all this stuff, but you're not being a buck when you're not considering human beings' real, raw feelings. It's easy to say, oh, I will forgive and all. No, you wouldn't. If somebody robbed your mom from a different race, you would have smoke with that race, man. That's human. You're being human. So some would say even racism could be human. Because if you're not interacting with the race, in the case that someone robs you that's a different race, you're going to label that race as bad because you had a bad experience. If somebody had that experience in your family, you're going to also say that race is bad because look what happened to my uncle. Look what that race did. You got to remember, all white people don't interact with black people. Say that again. All white people do not interact with black people. So there are some white people that do not interact with black people in no part of their life. And then for a black person to come into their life and rob them, rape them, what would you think? People that you never had any interaction with now comes on your side of town and robs and rapes you. Now, is that going to make you feel better? This has happened. Go look some stories. Look up stories where a black guy went across on the other side of town where he didn't live and did this, that, and the third. He didn't live there. In all cases, they go to other sides of towns where people that are black don't even live there and create a bad impression of what it is to be black by creating this crime, performing this crime on this person. And in the case that it's somebody that got raped, how do you think she will feel for the rest of her life? I know it's easy to just blabble out the right answers. I know. But can you be human? Can you be human? Can you really be human? And say, yeah, it is some things we probably do cause on ourselves. It is some hate and even racism that we cause on ourselves, folks. Let's just be real. The only reason you haven't said it and thought about it because you know why? Because you scared of black people rejecting you. That's what you scared of. You scared of black rejection. You scared of being canceled and you ain't even no famous person. You scared of being canceled and you ain't got no TV show. And this is the reason why you don't say the truth. And white people ain't gonna say stuff that you should say. And so that's why they ain't never no correction. Because white people ain't gonna do it. They done threw up their hands because they know if they say something that you gonna bring on all the persecution, all the onslaught, telling them that they shouldn't have no right to say it. Then who has the right to say it, man? Nobody ain't saying it. So who has the right to say it? This is how I feel personally. If I'm living in the same country as you, I have the right to talk about it. I don't care what you say. I'm right here with you. How you gonna tell me as a grown man I can't talk about something? That part. That's real. First of all, I'm a grown man, first of all. And if I'm right here in the same country with you, you know, that's close enough to be able to say something, man. You know what I'm saying? Will you be able to talk from it from a genuine place? Will you be able to really talk about real life experiences? Probably not. But you do have an opinion being here, sharing the same water, sharing the same food sources, sharing the same TV shows, sharing the same social medias, sharing the same things. You have that right, man. But use discretion. I mean, keep it real, keep it 100, keep it real life, you know. But you can't sit around in this dream world thinking you can do no wrong. I'm not gonna allow nobody to do that around me. Black people raping white women in real time. Black people running around raping, robbing white people, looting stores that white people probably own. Let's keep it 100. All them little riot sprees, all that stuff was going on. Those probably were white-owned stores, most likely. How you think these people feel, bruh? Like you animals. Let's just keep it 100. But then you want to be looked at in a respectful perspective, with a respectful perspective. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that in the real world, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta be perfect. Nobody's ever gonna be perfect. But more times than not, man, there's a bad example coming down the middle every day of black behavior. And what you think white people saying? See, look how they acting. This is so you can understand. Get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together because you're walking around with this God complex. I don't even see how you're doing it. I don't see how you're doing it. Because everything is out of order. Black people are killing their own children, their own selves. Gangbangers are killing them, shooting through houses and killing people. People getting shot in front of their kids, and you acting like you God. How? How can you act like you God? Out of all entities, I would think the devil. I'm just being real. You don't want to hear it. But anybody going around shooting kids, man, cannot compare themselves to God. I'm sorry. And you know what? A lot of times it's that arrogance that got them shooting around in the first place. The arrogance that they think they're higher than they should be. Okay, come down to earth. You're broke. Get some money in your pocket, first of all. Go do a legitimate job that puts money in your pocket and you can feel great about doing something legitimate in the community. Won't you go do that? Won't you start there? That's how you build good confidence. Do something where you and get a good living, a good clean living. Do something that adds life to humanity. Go do that. Then you can have legitimate Confidence. You got confidence off of poisoning people, black people, with crack cocaine and all kind of different drugs. You got confidence off of that. How do you have confidence, real confidence off of something like that? You should have confidence off of giving life to the humanity, giving life to people. That's where you draw your confidence off. Yeah, look back. You look as a man, a real man looks and says, look what I am creating. Look at the good that I'm doing. Look at the life that I'm bringing to humanity. Look at my family. Look at the life I've created. How can you look in your pocket and say, okay, I've sold $1 million worth of drugs. I'm the man. You know what I mean? It's one thing to take pride in being a warrior, a soldier, a warrior. It's another thing to take pride in being a person that pours in the community, man. And to keep it 100, I have no jealousy in my heart being that, because everything I'm talking about is being a warrior, or being a warrior at war. If you notice, that's the difference. Understand the difference. Understand the difference. I may tell you little things I did when I was younger, but you can't really see no boasting about it. You can't really see that. Okay? So you got people up here that is selling cocaine to the community, you know what I'm saying? Poisoning the community. You know, and if you're selling heroin, they're ODing and everything. How can you really take pride in that? I'll just keep it 100 with you, man. This is real rules, real things that we live by, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because everybody even want to quit smoking cigarettes. So and so the person that put out those cigarettes, how can they really be a prideful person? What they doing to humanity? Who could be a prideful person of the CEO of a tobacco company? You know how many people just smoking themselves to death, just smoking way too many cigarettes? Let alone cocaine, let alone crack. It's the same thing. You know how many people just crazy on coke and crack, just bugged out, just burnt out, just tired? Just like cigarettes. And then these are the same people who boast so pridefully about what they have, how much they have sold, bruh. And that's not, and look, man, I'm just saying, I'm saying this, man. You can, obviously you can change. You know what I'm saying? But people that are intelligent have intelligent perspectives. You know, you can't get us to feel the way you feel. You know, I see through that, and I see that you are actually destroying your community and boasting about it. You know what I mean? That's and look, you can change, but we can't change the truth. While you're trying to change, we can't change the truth. That's the bottom line. And you don't want to accept it. You know? And also, this is the reason why some white people don't like you either. Selling so much drugs. And some people say, well, what you supposed to do, you know, the community, you supposed to be able to be gangster enough to get businesses. Get businesses going. Get money for businesses. Take businesses and build neighborhoods. Where's the neighborhoods? You're supposed to be building communities and empires. This is what men do. Every race of people have went into a land and made houses. What else they do? That's what they do. They go into a land. There's a barren land. They make houses and vineyards. Houses, gardens, vineyards. You know, they build houses and land, and they build towns. When have you done this? That's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody else is doing it while you looking around silly. White people are doing it. Mexican people are doing it. Asian people have been doing it. They live among themselves. I mean, Indian people are doing it. They live among themselves. You the only one around here looking silly, talking about you gangster. Talking about you powerful. Talking about you a king. But where's your land at? Where is the houses? Where is the people, your people living on their own land, and you was gangster enough to strong arm it to happen, to manhandle the situation? That's what I'm saying. It's one thing to build yourself up and see how they got you is they make you build yourself up and feel like you the man. Okay, but if you are a king, if you are anything of the likes of that, some type of leader, then you're gonna make a whole. If you are an army, your army is gonna make room for your people and your ethnicity. That's gonna make room. That's gonna mean something to you. And yet you have not seen anybody rise up and do that. That's just real. And all these people got monies, and there's really no excuse. It's just every man for themselves. They just took that mentality all the way to the top. Okay, so it is legitimate reasons for people to be racist. I'm not saying two wrongs make a right, but if a woman get raped by two black guys, what are you gonna think she gonna feel? She gonna feel hate and racism, whether you like it or not. Home invasion, you take everything they got, all they stuff. You think they gonna come? You think and then let's just say Christmas is the next month. You think they're gonna say, "Oh, we just love those blacks, don't we? We just love the African American community." And they just got robbed blind for everything that they got. It's just common sense, man. You want people to live on a higher standard when you don't even practice it yourself. You don't even love yourself. You're shooting and killing each other. How you love yourself? That's not love, bruh. I'm sorry to tell you. If you are, that's a crazy definition of love. So if that's happening on the regular, then it's safe to say there is no love in the black community, right? Okay, then. So you expecting people to do something you ain't even doing for yourself. Get your house in order, man. That's the first step. Before you try to clean up somebody else's house and try to tell them how they run their house, that's including racist people. Before you try to tell them how to clean up their house, go clean up the gang-banging black-on-black crime house first. Don't try to go clean up no racist white people house. And they ain't even doing nothing to you. All they doing is telling you, they saying racist words to you. Ain't no telling if it's from the stuff that you're doing. You gotta have tougher skin, bro. You gotta hear the truth. And you worry more about that than the fact that you actually killing each other. You desensitized to that. I am not desensitized to that. I am not. No, that's not normal. That is not normal. Especially these days. In 2022, no, that is not normal. That you want to see something weird. That's weird. All this killing every day, that's weird to me. That's real. That's weird. Nah, that's weird, bro. Because half of them people ain't even making no money. That's the crazy thing. Like, that's like some zombies. They're not even like drug dealers. They're not hustlers. Shooting is a byproduct of that. You understand it. You don't agree with it, but you understand the reasons. These are zombies that's not even making no bread, bruh. These are people that don't make bread. It doesn't make sense to me why they should feel the need to kill somebody and they ain't making no money. I can see if you got some situation where somebody, trying to do this, that, and the third to you, that's different. But some people you don't even know and just some weird, it's getting like that, bruh. Like, nah, man. And see what's gonna happen is you eventually, man, you're gonna find a leader in America. It may not be Joe Biden, it may not be Donald Trump, but a leader is coming for you, African American community, that's going to mow you down. It's gonna, because what else are they gonna do? These people are getting colder and colder. These politicians are not getting warmer. They're getting colder and colder. They see the same problems I see, and the difference is they have no love for you already. And you already giving them a reason to exterminate you. You giving them a reason. You giving them a reason. You killing each other at an alarming rate that you're desensitized to, and you still want sympathy about after 20, 30 years. You still want sympathy though. Like, when is it going to stop? When is the sympathy card going to stop and you're going to take responsibility? This is how, imagine how white people thinking, the racist ones. Imagine how they thinking. Imagine. They just saying, let's just get rid of them. They're not looking at trying to rehabilitate you. You are looking at trying to rehabilitate yourselves. They're not looking at it that way. They don't have the patience that you have with your own community. I'm gonna say that again. They don't have the patience that you have with your own community. You want everybody to treat you like they're your mother. Everybody, that's the bad problem of a mama's boy. He goes into the world, mama girl too. They go into the world thinking everybody should treat them like their parents. And they find out that's not the way it is. To the contrary, they find out that people are cold and people will hurt them and harm them. You've been so used to abusing, a lot of them have been so used to abusing their own parents emotionally that they think they're going to go into the world and get treated the same way. Ain't nobody treating you with the same love your parents treat you with, bruh. Nobody don't care about you like that. That's real. And I guarantee you, more time than not, when you see someone out of control emotionally in your communities, it's someone that was raised, that is considered a mama's boy, mama's girl, somebody that is just too emotionally dependent on their parents, and they take that whole mentality out to the world and cause problems. Telling you, man, there are reasons for hate and racism that you have to accept and realize and do way better about, completely